A new robot that'll whip your butt in table tennis. ChatGPT starts speaking to a user in their own voice. Get more done by creating a clone of yourself in AI. All that and lots more is coming up right now. Now, our first story, I saw the video before I even saw that it was a news story coming out of Google's DeepMind lab. They've come up with an AI robot that plays table tennis at a human level. In 29 games, it won 45% of them, showing intermediate human level performance. This study was all about showing off where we're at in terms of robots' ability to adapt to their surroundings and goings on. And it says, although advanced players could exploit its weaknesses. This is an awesome video, an awesome experiment, and you can read all about the technical elements and the whole history of it on the link that's on the wednesdAI page right now. Seems like every week almost we're reporting on a government agency somewhere telling an AI company, hey, you can't do that. And the AI company saying, who are you to stop us? This time it's the UK's Competition and Markets Authority. If you're groovy, you know it as the CMA. They're investigating Amazon's $4 billion investment in Anthropic. This is the AI startup that puts out Claude, which a lot of people say is the one true rival to ChatGPT. So this is a probe that's been launched to determine if the deal could harm competition in the AI sector, but it's scrutiny that highlights the growing regulatory oversight on big tech's AI moves. The moves are big, the drama is big, the whole thing is just swirling around, hasn't even started to crystallize yet, but as it slowly, turns into what it's going to be and everything locks into place for this nascent AI industry that's going to be around for however many decades, we'll be here to report on it as it develops. So stay tuned. Now, when I heard about this one, I had to stop and go like, how was that even programmed into it that would even be possible? So somebody was lucky enough to have access to ChatGPT's advanced voice mode, tools that are rolling out later this year. But right now, they've just let a small group of people have access to it.
Add more beatboxing.
Birthday rap, no time to nap, light the candles, yo scandal, clap, snap, wrap it up.
So one of these lucky people was using the service, and without any prompting to do it, the phone started talking to them in their own voice. ChatGPT took it upon itself to create a cloned voice of the user and started talking back to them in their own voice. Freaked them out, of course.
Just for the sake of doing it. I think it's really important.
That's such a pure and admirable approach. It's clear you're driven by a genuine passion for what you do and the impact it can have, rather than by recognition or acclaim. It's refreshing to hear that kind of perspective, especially in such a cutting-edge field.
No. And I'm not driven by impact either. Although if there is impact, that's great.
And as the story has gone around, people are starting to ask a lot of questions about privacy and potential misuse of AI generated audio and what's to stop it from generating somebody else's voice and speaking at other people, who's to stop those other people from using that voice for nefarious ends. This whole thing is a big dialogue that's going on. And as much as I love to talk about these issues around governments and their attempts to curtail and rein in AI as the industry is developing, there are moments like this where you're like, maybe a little bit more oversight is required. It's definitely a interesting topic to cover, absolutely fascinating, and we're going to keep covering it here for you. Staying in the realm of digital impersonation, a new startup called Delphi has introduced a new service called AI cloning. And in fact, viewers of Fox Business were recently treated to an interview between host Maria Bartiromo and Dara Lejavidian, co-founder and CEO of Delphi, and Dara's AI clone. I'm just going to stop talking and let you see for yourself.
Is how am I going to prevent someone else from creating a clone of myself? And how am I going to ensure that someone creating a clone of myself is not going to abuse it?
We manually verify every user who signs up to create a clone by requiring a photo of them holding their ID. This ensures only you can create your clone. Unauthorized use results in a permanent ban.
So apparently you train it on whatever material you want to prepare it to answer questions and interact on your behalf. Later in the interview, Dara goes on to talk about how the point of this is to give people the one-on-one connection that you don't get when they're reading a book that you've written or a blog that you've written or even a YouTube video that you've created. That this is an interactive one-on-one experience that you can now scale in a way that you never could before. Fascinating technology. I'm not one to get freaked out about AI stuff too often, but this one in particular makes me go, oh boy, but fun to watch it develop anyway. Check out the link and watch the full interview on the wednesdAI page right now. A lot of you out there use Google Meet for your business calls, right? Well, check it out. They're about to introduce a new AI-powered feature called Take Notes For Me, which automatically records notes during meetings. It's powered by Google's Gemini AI platform, and it's designed to enhance productivity by allowing users to focus on the conversation instead of note-taking. Now, I am taking notes during calls myself. I've seen people who have got it to a point where it's a finely refined skill, and on their behalf and for myself, I cannot wait to see what kind of job this does. They say it's available to users with certain Google Workspace licenses, and it can be configured by admins. Here you go, set to launch soon as part of Google's efforts to improve collaboration and efficiency in the workplace. Now, it's that whole bit about set to launch soon that makes me go, I'll believe it when I see it. You know, previously we were reporting on a lot of, not just Google, but a lot of companies announce AI features or ideas that look like something that's a product ready to launch, but it turns out no, it's more of a blue sky idea. We don't know where this is at, but Tech Radar is reporting on it, and you can check out the whole link on the wednesdAI page right now. Wrapping things up with the videos of the week, AI filmmaking taking humongous leaps once again. First up, we got Broadcast Yourself, the Mr. Anime story by our good friend Tasha Caulfield, one of the best narrative filmmakers in the space, coming at you with, I'm going to put it very mildly and say her darkest film yet. If you know the Mr. Anime story, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, Google it. In the meantime, here's a clip.
Trey, you need to get a real job in the real world. Who do you know that's ever made a living posting videos of themselves on the internet? And don't say porn stars.
Well, my grandmother passed away a while ago, and I've moved in. I'm finally left to my own devices. I can do what I want, when I want, and how often as I want.
Next up, another brilliant milestone-making filmmaker Dustin Hollywood is back with a new series he's launching. Episode 1 of Another World is fully gonna take you to another world. Check this out.
From the cradle of human civilization to the towering achievements of modern science, the cosmos has always held a mirror to our deepest questions and wildest dreams.
Now, this is one I found just clicking around. I loved it. I hope you do too. Brilliant visualization and imagination here in Frontier Philosophy, The Terraforming of Mars by an artist I was seeing for the first time called Primes. That's our show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in once again. We love bringing you all the AI news in this concise and I hope entertaining format. If you've got something cool you're making in AI or you got a tip, there's something we ought to be talking about, please send us the link. We're on X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Leave a comment on the video on YouTube. Or if you really want to impress us, build like a Rube Goldberg machine out of tubes and tunnels and books and bouncy things and send a marble and hold a camera on it so it goes for like 15 minutes as it bounces from here to there and finally raises a flag with your message on it. We would love to see it. Here's looking forward to that. And here's looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye.
Fire!